Good morning. Today is Tuesday, August 7th, and we're going to do a 5-minute quick watch list. So, first on watch, not in any order in particular, but we have BLNK for short. Yesterday it came up here, had a really nice pullback from 487 all the way back down to 430. Nice 50-cent pull, showing some weakness, but it also has some pretty solid support here that actually it might turn into resistance pre-market. So my ideal entry is going to be up here. As you can see, it's going to be a short 10% risk per share with profit potential of closer to 50 cents. So the ideal short entry would be at 480 with your stop above the high of day yesterday, above 490. Maybe give it, a few cents extra, and you're looking to make 50 cents a share. So that's a 5-to-1 ratio, which is excellent. Next on watch, we have C's, SEAS. The ideal short entry is going to be 24.50, and the stop is going to be at 25. So you see over here, it's a 50-cent risk. Oops. 50-cent risk per share. Profit target is going to be 23.05, where it bottomed yesterday, so you're risking 50 cents to win $1.50. You have your 3-to-1 ratio. Next up, we have MRAM. MRAM, the ideal entry for short is going to be at 11.50, 11.45 up here around the high of day. Our cover point is going to be around 10, and our stop is going to be around 13. So you can see all the levels, why they were picked here. 11.50, it got rejected before. It is showing strength, so it's not just a price to jump in at. You really have to see what happens at that level, because it could break out to 13. If 11.50 doesn't give us a good entry, then we'll look for an entry around 13, and our profit target would either be 11.50 or 10, depending on how you want to scale in and out. It just gives us a better entry. Next on the list, we have PTGX. This was a big runner yesterday. It was up over 50%. Looking for a continuation play. If it gets over 11.50, which were the highs yesterday, it held up. It held up for the most part after hours as well. It has this huge gap to fill, all the way up to about $20. It's been showing some strength ever since the gap down, pretty much, over here as well. On the daily, it looks good. It's trying to get above these moving averages, so if it does get over this 11.50, we'll look for a long position. You risk 50 cents per share, and look for about $1 per share, about $1. So those are the four that I'm going to keep on watch today. We have BLNK, short entry with a 10-cent risk. Short is around yesterday's high of day. Cover area is where the support is. Right now it's currently under those levels, so I don't know if we're ever going to see it come back up. But just be patient, wait for the right entry. We have MRAM. Keep in mind it's a much larger risk per share, so don't take the same amount of size for this as you're going to on BLNK if you decide to trade it. MRAM, the ideal entry here is going to be around 11.50. Stop is going to be at 13, and your profit target's around around 10. So this isn't a great profit loss ratio. I don't like this trade very much. It's basically a 1-to-1, but there's a big window. So if you did want to size in, you know, if it is going your way, just use those support levels as your risk. And last, we have PTGX, and over here we have C's. So PTGX is going to be a long over 1150 with about a 50-cent risk. 1150 is a strong resistance level right now, so if that does break, we would definitely want to see that come back into support. So if this doesn't turn into support and it starts to fade back down, we'll look we'll look for this area to turn into support in the 1120. So if it does get down to like 1110 or so, you can cut it loose. Last, we have C's. C's would be a perfect short at 25, but looking for an entry at 24.50 and a fade back down to 23. You're risking 50 cents. Again, if this goes back up to 25, it might mean that it's bullish, but I'll also look for an entry up there. Alright guys, see you later.